Hi lovelies and welcome back to this channel. If you are new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the love and support. To those people that share my videos and leave commentaries and also educate you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Alright lovelies, let's dive in today's video. So lovelies, I came by this video on my For You page on TikTok and I thought to share with you guys where this, pan-colored guy was seen, harassing a black man that was actually doing her peaceful protest, and as well as doing a monkey face and also a monkey noise. Guys, this actually got a lot of people talking. I'm just gonna roll his clip as well as some of the little stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section on what you think of this video. But before then, let's dive into it.
The more things change, the more they stay the same when it comes to anti-blackness. The United States Congress has shown us recently that they can act with speed and decisiveness in the way they have crafted legislation to deal with anti-Semitism on college campuses during protests. But they sure have not shown us that same speed and deliberation when it comes to dealing with anti-blackness during protests. Take a trip with me to Mississippi, Ole Miss College campus, where frat boys decided during a protest it was perfectly okay to mock this black woman with monkey sounds. Let's take a look. Now, this country has shown us time and time again, it is perfectly capable of dealing with every anti that has ever come up in a speedy and timely manner, except anti-blackness. This country has never, it does not now, and it will probably at no time in the near future have the same energy for dealing with anti-blackness that it has for dealing with every other anti it comes across. Regardless of this country's history and the open hostility that black students have faced on college campuses across this country, it has never had the same energy to protect black students as it has to protect everybody else. Now, you all have the day you deserve, and protect yourself by any means necessary.
Mama told me many things before I left for university. One of the main things was, don't go out here in these streets and embarrass me. As a reminder of the community that I come from and the people that I come from, don't go out here, go to university, and embarrass all of us. And I can't think of anything more embarrassing than the display that was put on by Ole Miss towards a black woman. A bunch of the junior good old boys coming down as what the AP calls war protesters, because they were coming down to harass the pro-peace protesters. And I would say this would be an embarrassment on their families, but this is the way that folks like this raise their kids to be. This is why I never say that the youth will save us. The people who will save us are the people who are raised right. The people who will save us are the people who are community minded, not those who are more invested in furthering the hate that divides us so. Also, imagine the shame of ending up in the Associated Press because you made monkey noises towards a black woman in 2024 at a peace rally. This is why they don't like CRT, because their grandparents acted the same way. Probably the relatives of people who followed around Ruby Bridges with a baby doll in a coffin threatening her life. They're probably the descendants of people who would gladly harass people who were engaged in civil rights fights. A reminder that history is not divorced from where we currently are, and that the history that we study was once the current events that people see now. And if this is your legacy, I'd see why you want to ban it instead of trying to fix it.
Book club time, y'all. Want to understand the whole Ole Miss situation? Check out Raising Them Right. Gonna be diving into it at brunch, as you do on a Sunday, if you're me. Gonna be dropping little tidbits in the comments. So come along, read with me. It's like a book club.
Allow me to introduce you to J.P. Staples, and he is the frat boy from Ole Miss that thought it would be cute to do monkey sounds towards a black woman at a protest at Ole Miss. Allow me to refresh your memory. And yes, that is how little JP looks doing his best imitation, small dick energy incel performance of a monkey to a black woman. Now, thanks to you all, Phi Delta Theta fraternity, the fraternity that JP used to be a part of, has removed him from the membership rolls. And for all of you all who are saying those actions were not racist that JP engaged in, well, according to his fraternity, they were. Because as part of the letter in which they talk about the releasing of JP from the membership roll, they said the following. The racist actions in the video were those of an individual and are antithetical to the values of Phi Delta Theta and the Mississippi Alpha chapter. And that is a start. But let's identify the rest of these frat boys that were making monkey sounds towards that black woman.
Consequences for J.P. Staples. He was kicked from his fraternity and now the school's considering his expulsion. But what about the other frat boys who are also making racist comments towards that black woman? I mean, he may face some consequences, which is surprising in Mississippi. But what about the rest? Well, we got their names too. It's just that the video that I made completely tanked, so you don't have them yet. So let me redo it in this video. First up, Bruce Boyce of Flora, Mississippi. You're next up to face some consequences. And this guy who looks like he must be friends with that man-bear pig that stormed the Capitol. What was his name? Who cares what his name was? But this guy's name, Connor Moore, Jr. from Indianapolis, Mississippi. I hope it was worth it, guys. It's actually not going to be worth it. This is going to affect you for the rest of your lives. My favorite quote here is from the UMNAACP. It says that their acts were public, so their identities should also be public. Love it. Megan, you are speaking my language. I absolutely agree. Those kids don't care about Israel. They don't care about Palestine. They don't care about any of that. They don't. They saw an opportunity to be racist towards brown people and black people, and they took it. Because this country spends so much effort, spends so much of its time and energy dehumanizing black and brown people that it's just so easy for them to jump right into it. Well, guess what? There are consequences for that, and I'm loving it.
It's crazy because they seem like they want us to act surprised that Zionists and genocide supporters go to Ole Miss. Let me just remind you that in 2020, when the Black Lives Matters protests were going, there were counter protests. I mean, with a demographic like that, you can almost assume that there will be counter protests. But not only that, when the Confederate flags and the Confederate statues that were still standing in 2020 were being taken down, the same looking people were protesting that. They were protesting Confederate flags and statues being taken down.
Like, seriously, lovely, sometimes when people talk about how, oh my God, like people often complain and all of that, there is nothing like Ray and Sis, then I, ask myself, is it that these people do not see what often happen online or on TikTok or even in our daily life and activities? These people will find every reason to show themselves, to actually show who they really are. Like, these people will go to some extent to provoke you, to make you question your ability to ever, live it. So this young man decided that it was so okay for him to actually do this, this monkey face or whatever, monkey noise, whatever, because he was trying to get back at a black woman for protesting. So because he felt that he has a privilege to actually do whatsoever he wants and get away with it. And these often start up from their teenage, from their upbringing. Because this reminds me of a Sephora, this Sephora thing that actually trended. That's about a month back. Because this is just another incident like the Sephora incident, where this woman and her teenage girls decided to go shop for, makeup stuff. And instead of this girl to go directly and actually do what actually brought them into their store, they decided that it was so okay for them to put on a makeup, a black makeup in that Sephora, store or building or fashion house or wherever, and decided to do the blackface while making the monkey noise and trying to like make people uncomfortable, until the person that was in charge of this store have to call this woman in order, like, you have to talk to your girls, they are actually misbehaving. But what this woman could do was to just shush the lady that was actually trying to tell her to watch out for what her girls are doing, which is absolutely not nice. She just shushed her off until someone decided to, use the camera on them. That was when she had to like, okay, because there is a camera there. And people will ask you, why are you always every month you bring out your camera? The camera is our evidence. I urge everyone to go around with it, because this is just getting too much. Just imagine that we don't call these people out. Just imagine that anything of this sort, after when it's being out there, we don't try to stitch and call them out until justice is prevailed. Just imagine if things like this do not happen. Well, how would you think, what would you think that the society would turn to be? The society will be burnt with a lot of rape and cis people roaming about and doing whatever they want to do and getting away with it. Not quite long, a nurse, like, I don't just know what they thought these people, or whether what are actually teaching these people about rape and cis. Histories has been stripped out from school, but schools are the place where these histories are meant to be taught. That the place is actually the important place to begin with, because if this thing is not taught appropriately, these guys will keep on misusing it. These students will keep on misusing it and hurting other people. The other time I posted a video which I was reacting to of a nurse, a student nurse for that matter. It has to do with the controversy of Beyonce releasing her country music. She went ahead to talk about how black people never own any country. How would they own country where they are in the field picking curtains? Like, how could somebody say something like that? How could somebody always remind you of your past, of what they actually did to your ancestors? But when you talk about reparation, that is when they will tell you that, oh my God, the people that you are talking about are long gone. Who are we going to pay the money to? But you keep on using reference from those people. Like, who are we deceiving? Seriously, lovelies. You keep on using, like, you keep on reminding these people, but in times of reparation, oh my God, this is something that never existed. Or something that exists 1 million years ago, 5,000 years ago. But somebody that experienced this thing, I saw a video which I think I need to put it up pretty soon, of some people that is still living up to today that actually witnessed this rape and cis and slaveries and all of that. They are still living. But when you talk about reparation, they will tell you that these people are long gone. So who are these people? I have to put up the video. I'm just trying to see if there's any other, info I can get from this. That is why I've not been able to put it up here. Seriously, lovelies. This is highly unacceptable. This is the third time I'm seeing this just this year. Just this year. This is the third time. But when we want to come out to, use our voice, a lot of people will just tell you that, oh my God, you're trying to put people's hairs together. This does not exist. Rape and cis does not exist. We don't see color. Well, we don't see color. I am friends with black people, so therefore I am not rare and cis. Like, what are we deceiving? Is it not better for everybody to try as much as they can to actually educate themselves to see if this thing is going to be eradicated than all of this? Just imagine, how could you use someone suffering against this person? Like, this is just the situation whereby you really hurt me. You hurt me, like you gave me some wounds. And in subsequent time, you decided to use something to keep on hurting the wounds you gave to me and smiling at my face while you do that. It's hurting. I could imagine what that woman felt. I couldn't even imagine how she must have been feeling to undergo. Like, do you know how it feels? Then when we want to complain, oh my God, black people, you people, everything is all about race. Why would everything be all about race? Why this? When the society has already made it so, when the people around you have already made it so, where are we going to start from? Where are we going to end? To what end? The more we want to keep on using our voices, our platform and all of that, the more they give us reasons to like, okay, we are not listening. We don't hear what you guys say. We don't really care about your feelings or whatsoever. They want to keep on doing whatever they want to do. Like, how could you do something like this publicly, knowing fully well what you were doing? You're not a kid. You're an adult. You ought to know what you're doing. So he knew exactly what. So anything that he's getting right now, he absolutely deserve it. I heard that he's been trying to shut out all his social medias and all of that. He's trying to shut out all his page because he know that he really made a very big mistake. It's not even a mistake, it's a purposely action. Because if you know that it was something like that's a mistake, he won't be going around, deleting all his medias and all of that. So seriously, when I saw this, I was really not like, I was just short of words. Anyways, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational, entertainment, and historical purposes. So please share this video, subscribe to this channel, and leave your thoughts. And I will see you when I upload the next one. This extent, thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational, informative purposes, guys. So please share this video, subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do that, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.